Since I want to get these first two terms by themselves, the x squared and x term, I'm going to start by subtracting 43 from both sides. Then let me rewrite my problem. I'm going to leave a little bit of space after the 14x. Now for the formula part of completing the square. I'm going to take the b term, which is the number in front of x, in this case it's negative 14, divide it by 2 and square it. Gives me negative 7 squared, or 49. By using the formula for completing the square, that gives me a number to add to my x squared and x term, so that when I go to factor those three, it's going to end up being a perfect square trinomial. But to keep the equation balanced, I also want to add 49 to the other side of the equation. So I have x squared minus 14x plus 49 is equal to, and then when I add the negative 43 plus 49, I get 6. Now if you go ahead and factor out this trinomial on the left, you end up with x minus 7 times x minus 7, which you can write as x minus 7 squared. And now let me rewrite the whole problem, which is x minus 7 squared is equal to 6. Now we can use the square root property, which says that in order to cancel out a square, you can take the square root of both sides. And when you do that, you need to consider that you get a positive and negative result. On the left, that leaves us with just x minus 7, and then is equal to plus minus the square root of 6. The last step to get x by itself is to add 7 to both sides. Writing the 7 in front, we get 7 plus minus the square root of 6. The reason we write the 7 first is so that it doesn't get confused with being inside the square root.